We went to the parish church of St Michael and All Angels in Cockerham. I'm not sure why. It was that sort of afternoon and Walling's ice cream parlour was shut. It's not massively old as far as Lancashire churches go, the tower being the most ancient bit, dating from the 15th century. There was an earlier church on the site back in 1134, but predictably that one's gone now. In the 13th century it had a vicar called Reginald. They didn't go in for surnames much back then. At least it did have until Robert the Bruce lost his temper with the building in 1292 and caused a great deal of damage. About 13 quid's worth as far as I can work out, which was quite a lot of money back then. In 1350 the Black Death reached Cockerham, causing even more damage. It's reckoned there's a plague pit under the shed. An odd place to put a plague pit, but it probably didn't do the tomatoes any harm. If dying of the plague wasn't bad enough, in the same year the then incumbent vicar John, again presumably surnames cost extra, was shot and wounded by Adam the Archer. Obviously his sermon on adultery didn't go down too well. The church, predictably, has an 18th century sundial in the graveyard, and guess what? It's Grade 2 listed. At least the base is, and it wasn't this particular slab of stone either. After a while you just get fed up with filming 18th century Grade 2 listed churchyard sundials, to be honest. And there's a gravestone in one of the exterior walls that resembles a fireplace, possibly the cosiest grave in Lancashire. There's some stained glass windows made by Morris & Co, whoever they were, stained glass window makers presumably, based on cartoons by Ford Madox Brown. We didn't film them because they turned out not to be as funny as we were expecting. In fact, they weren't funny at all, a bit like Garfield. There's an old stump of a cross in one of the side bits. It's probably a chancel or a chapel or something. Our research for this episode ran out of steam quite early on. There was no explanation given with the cross. We assume it was old and of some significance to somebody somewhere, but beyond that we haven't got a clue. In 1662 a school was installed inside the church. Obviously it's no longer there. There'd been a jigsaw competition or something on the day we visited. That's about as exciting as it gets in Cockerham. We can only apologise for the tediousness of this film. It's a good job it's short. Hopefully we'll have somewhere more exciting for the next episode.